We're here on the south coast of New South Wales, having a little chat to Ron and Sam Graham. They have the Beauland's Aussie Red herd, which has been operating now for over 20 years, and they are responsible for breeding the cows that you're about to see on this film. So I'll hand you over now to Ron and Sam to tell you why they started with Aussie Reds, where they're at now, and where they're going, and what their program involves. So welcome, Ron and Sam. And it's all yours.
Originally we started with an Illawarra herd, and we were looking for genetics to lift our production. With recommendations from an Illawarra breeder who'd been overseas, Bill Thompson, he suggested that we try Scandinavian genetics, particularly Swedish and possibly Danish and Norwegian genetics. When those bulls were first introduced, we started using them, and we found that the proven bulls were giving us the best results. Initially we used a bull called Grasgardi, and his daughter's production lifted 1,000 litres on what we were getting. Then when we used another proven bull called Eckerslander 519, these heifers again lifted another 1,000 litres, and we were getting heifers doing 7,000 litres, which we were quite impressed with. At this time we were just chasing the production, and we didn't realise that the Scandinavian countries were actually including the health traits in their selection of these bulls, and we were actually incorporating these into our herd, and it took us a while to realise the importance of that, and so today we've been able to look at bulls and look at their health traits along with their production and their type, and we've been able to come up with the cows that you'll see in the video.
What have you got to say, Sam? Sam has taken the initiative to promote the breed by presenting cows, taking cattle to Dairy Week, having professional photos done, and there's been some classifying done of late. Can you talk about that, Sam?
I suppose going to Dairy Week is just an opportunity to showcase the breed cows that we have to a different market, being able to show that. The other things I suppose we've been able to do is develop our own website to be able to put professional photos on of the cows that we've got, so different people can see those cows. But it's not really our focus. We're more looking for the good production, the healthy cows, but we do like them to have good type and that they're going to last, and that people can come and have a look at and enjoy.
There's just while you're on that, I'd like you to talk a little bit about I believe you've just recently had 13 cows classify excellent. I mean, there's a lot of breeders I know in my past, all I ever wanted to do was get one excellent cow. I only achieved 2 in my lifetime, and all of a sudden you've got 13. And it was Ron that told me that you weren't really breeding for that, but this is what's happened. And the fact that you've used, I think you're up to 7 generations of just proven bulls. Can you just elaborate on that a little bit, that the high type has happened, it's not something you've actually tried to achieve?
We still select for it, we still select, because we're using proven bulls, we can, with reliable proofs, we know which bulls to mate to cows to get particular improves in their genetics or type or composition, so that's probably helped us. But at the moment there's a lot of good red bulls to pick from to allow us to achieve those goals and get good production with good type.
Our focus really wasn't on type, but our focus was to get a functional cow that would suit our system, and that cow needed to be one that had strength, she had mobility, good legs on her, and had a very functional udder. And so they were along with the health traits and the production traits, we were looking for those things, and these cattle have resulted from that selection. But we have focused on using proven bulls, and we've looked for the bull that would suit our system, and then we've used that bull widely over the herd, not just focusing on our best cows, but we've probably more looked to lift the tail of our herd, because their progeny are going to come into the herd. So we wanted to have good genetic, the tail of the herd to have good genetics in it. And so I think it's made our herd a lot more even, and along with the good work that's being done in the Scandinavian countries selecting for all these traits, we've been able to display in our herd what they're aiming for in the Scandinavian countries.
All right, excellent. Do you have any further to add, Sam?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Okay, well, thank you, Ron. Thank you, Sam. And we hope you enjoy the rest of this film on the Beauland herd of Aussie Reds. Thank you very much, guys.